Hello and welcome to Veterans Medals Workshop. I'm Frank Foster, your host, and today we have a really interesting show because we're going to talk about the different types of United States Navy medals and ribbons. You know, there is a big difference between a personal decoration, which could be for Valor or Meritorious Service, a service medal, a unit award, a ribbon-only award, and then there's a whole series of attachments and devices that help tell a story of each one of these medals and ribbons. So it's all going to come from my new book about the United States Navy's medals and ribbons. It's an illustrated history. I think you'll enjoy this. And if you do enjoy it, please give us a like. Even better, subscribe. It'll keep us on the air. And, oh yes, special thanks to Medals of America because they provide all the medals and ribbons that you're going to see today. Okay, that's enough. Let's go take a look. The Navy Awards Program is governed by the Department of the Navy, and many of the awards and decorations are unique to the United States Navy, but most are common to all the services, and I'll show you some examples of that a little bit later, perhaps something like you've not seen before. The Navy Awards fall into three classifications. Personal decorations, such as shown here by the Bronze Star and the Navy Commendation Medal. Unit awards, and unit awards are awarded to an entire unit or ship. The Navy participates with other services in a system by which entire units are recognized for outstanding performance, and members of the cited units are entitled to wear the appropriate award, i.e. the Navy Presidential Unit Citation or the Navy Unit Commendation. The next category is campaign or service medals, and they are issued to individual sailors who participate in particular campaigns or periods of service for which a medal is authorized. Two examples shown here are the National Defense Service Medal and the Afghanistan Campaign Medal. And other campaign medals, such as the Iraqi Campaign Medal or the Republic of Vietnam Service Medal. In 1910, the United States Navy established the Navy Sharpshooters Medal, which was replaced by the Navy Expert Rifleman's Medal in 1920. These medals were designated as badges, but they were designed like medals, and they're worn as decorations and medals are. Now, according to the Navy uniform regulations, the word award means an all-inclusive term that covers any decoration, medal, badge, or attachment that is presented to an individual. So as shown here, the Navy Achievement Medal and the Southwest Asia Service Medal would both be called an award. So basically, there are two general categories of medals awarded by the United States Navy to sailors, namely decorations such as the Navy Achievement Medal shown on the left, or service medals. And the term decoration and medals are used almost interchangeably today, but there are recognizable distinctions between them. If you want to know more information about United States Navy medals and ribbons from the Revolution to today, check out our latest book. It's on Amazon. If you order it today, you'll have it by this weekend. Decorations are awarded for acts of gallantry and meritorious service, and usually have distinctive and often unique shapes. Shown here, the Navy Cross, the Silver Star, the Purple Heart, the Air Medal, the Commendation Medal, Achievement Medal. While most decorations can be awarded for both valor and meritorious service, there are three Navy decorations that can only be awarded for acts of gallantry. And it should be known here that the term extraordinary heroism, or EH, is used in awarding the Navy Cross, of course the Medal of Honor, and I'm not sure if the Navy uses it for the Silver Star, but I do know they use it for the Navy Cross. Oh, and by the way, if you get the EH added to your award for valor, you get a 10% increase in your retirement pay. Medals are awarded for good conduct, such as the example shown here, and oh, you got me, I had to slip in this really old good conduct medal. Participation in a particular campaign, such as the Vietnam campaign or the Iraqi campaign. An expedition or non-combatant service, and they normally come in a round shape. Campaign or service medals are issued to individuals who participate in particular campaigns or periods of service for which the medal is authorized. Well, to include this United Nations Service Medal or the Korean War. The fact that some very prestigious awards have the word medal in their title can cause some confusion, such as, well, the Medal of Honor. Here is something really unique and special about the Navy's award program. Since 1942, the United States Navy has authorized 84 decorations, unit awards, and service awards. That 86 awards, 26 of them are unique to the United States Navy, as shown here. To include, the Navy has its own unique Medal of Honor. Also point out, in addition to decorations and service medals, Navy veterans can use commemorative medals such as the Cold War Victory Commemorative, the medal that Congress has authorized but, well, never made. I need to mention here that every medal or decoration comes in several different formats. It comes in the standard issue of bronze. It comes in an anodized or gold-plated finish. It comes as a regulation ribbon bar. It normally will come with an enamel lapel pin, and it's in miniature format at either bronze or, well, anodized. And generally there's a mini ribbon or an enamel hat pin out there for veterans. Here's a very nice set of Navy full-size medals mounted for wear, along with a set of miniature medals mounted for wear. The Navy defines ribbon bars as a portion of the suspension ribbon of a medal worn in lieu of the medal. Ribbon bars are also authorized for certain awards that have no medals, or we call them ribbon only. And here's a nice example of Navy full-size medals mounted for wear, also with badges, and how Navy ribbon bars are worn. Navy unit awards and ribbon-only awards are those awards that come without a medal. Unit awards, of course, are presented to an operating unit for outstanding performance, and ribbon-only awards are awards made to an individual for completion of certain training or a specific assignment for which there is no medal. And that brings us to the most complex part of the Navy's awards programs, attachments and devices. And an attachment is any device such as a star or a clasp that is worn on the suspension ribbon of a medal or on the ribbon bar. Perhaps the two most well-known examples are bronze and silver service stars, which are worn on the suspension ribbon of the large and miniature medals and ribbon bars to indicate a second or subsequent award, with the silver star used to indicate 5 bronze stars. Other attachments as shown here are the bronze letter V, which is worn on a specific combat decoration if the award is approved for Valor, and that's been since 2016, and only one letter V is ever on a medal or ribbon. Then the Navy Occupation Service Medal class that indicates a World War II occupation for Asia or for Europe. Then the gold and silver stars, a gold star denoting a second or subsequent award of a personal naval decoration, with a silver star worn in lieu of 5 gold stars. The hourglass is awarded for 10 years service on the Armed Forces Reserve Medal. The letter M, the bronze letter M on the Armed Forces Reserve Medal denotes that a Navy reservist was mobilized and called to active duty. The oak leaf cluster, a bronze oak leaf cluster, denotes a second or subsequent award of a Personal Department of Defense decoration, and of course a silver oak leaf cluster is worn in lieu of 5 oak leaf clusters. The bronze numerals denote the total number of awards of an air medal or other awards. We'll take a separate look at the bronze eagle, globe, and anchor, and the two newest devices are the new C and R device. The C device indicating that the award is given in combat, and the R device means the award was given for remote operations. The bronze eagle, globe, and anchor is a unique Navy device which is awarded naval personnel who serve with the Marines. And here is an example from, well, World War II, the Korean Service Medal, the Armed Forces Expeditionary Medal, Vietnam Service Medal, of how the eagle, globe, and anchor would be attached to a campaign medal. Unit awards and ribbon-only awards are worn on the right breast of a Navy uniform when full-size medals are worn. And there have been 26 of them as shown here since World War II. Navy uniform regulations have a very specific way for which these attachments go onto the ribbons, and this example gives you a pretty good idea of how bronze and silver campaign stars go on, well, a campaign medal, or how the V for Valor goes on to a personal decoration, and the individual attachments that can go on an air medal. Navy regulations call for the placement of devices on a suspension ribbon to be horizontal. However, they are flexible, and if the medals are mounted so that they overlap and cover up a device, then you're authorized to mount them vertically, like shown here on the examples. So as you see here, attachments can go on personal decorations, on unit awards, on service medals, on campaign medals, on ribbon-only medals, and even on marksmanship badges, which are actually marksmanship medals. And now I'd like to wrap up with how, for example, a Navy Vietnam veteran would display his personal decorations, his service medals, his unit awards, and his ribbon-only awards for a very handsome memento. Another nice Vietnam veteran's display where he uses his ribbons, his personal decorations, but most interestingly, you see his badge for marksmanship, well, which is really a medal, and he's used several commemorative medals to represent his unit awards and ribbon-only awards. Thanks for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed the show on United States Navy medals and ribbons and attachments, and now you know the difference between a personal decoration, a service medal, a ribbon-only award, or a unit award, and some of the new attachments. It's all from my very latest book on the medals and ribbons of the United States Navy. Thank you for joining us, and don't forget, there's 100 other videos from Veterans Medals Workshop out there for you to see. By the way, if you want even more detail, there's another video out there called Navy Decorations, Medals, and Ribbons, What's the Difference? Everything you saw today came from our newest book, Medals and Ribbons of the United States Navy, available for you at moapress.com or at Medals of America and on Amazon. Our latest book on the Military Ribbons and Medal Wear Guide for the United States Navy is also available on Amazon.